Hi everyone, greetings from New York. My name is Kalina. I'm an interior designer and Bow Concepts Global Visual Merchandising Manager. Spending more time at home these days makes us experience our homes and our spaces in a new light. It makes us reevaluate, are our spaces functional enough? Do we have proper space for our work? And how does our environment make us feel? The colors, the materials, are they uplifting? Are they helping us relax? Or are they helping us focus and inspire us to create? So I've been doing similar analysis in my own home. It's a family of four and we have two young kids. So we had to rethink, rearrange, regroup some of the things in our home to make proper space for everyone, personal space where everyone can spend time on their own and work on their projects, and also rethinking the spaces where we spend time together and make sure that we feel good about these spaces. So what I found out, what I experienced is that by applying some very simple basic things, we were able to rearrange the house, move few furniture pieces around, and organize things in a new way, and then decluttered here and there. So we were able to, with minimal effort, we were able to create a better space for all of us. So in today's session, I would like to share some tips and tricks an interior designer or an interior stylist would consider when they're working on a design project. I hope that you will find some of these tips and tricks practical and achievable, and that they will inspire you and will help you to look at your homes in a new light. So today in this session, I would like to go through some interior design tips and tricks, things that normally a designer would do when they're starting a new project or working on restyling a space. And I hope that with these practical tips and tricks, I will inspire you, and hopefully you'll be able to achieve some of these examples in your own homes at no cost, and that this will help you see your home or experience your home in a new light. Your home is an expression and a reflection of who you are. It tells a story about you and your likes. The more you it is, the more extraordinary it is. So I'll take you through a few questions, few things to reflect on to see if this statement is true for you. So we'll start with how to define your style, how to rearrange furniture around, the effect of color in space, the equation less is more, how to live smart in a small space, very relevant working from home ideas, and how to add more of your personal touch in your space. One of the first things that an interior designer will create is a style or a mood board, a collage of materials, color samples that describe the overall feel and atmosphere in the space. So even if you want to just refresh and restyle your home, it could be a really good starting point. You can collect some paint samples, some materials that you really like, images of lifestyle images or furniture design inspiration, anything like a collage of your likes. This can help you determine what is it in your current space that you need to either add or take away that will get you closer to what your personal style is, a reflection of your personal style. This particular mood board describes Scandinavian style, and as Bow concept is rooted in Danish design, this is something that is very familiar to us. The base, it is a very beautiful and elegant style, very light aesthetics. There's a lot of lighter woods, There's natural materials like wool and cotton and linen, marble, concrete, ceramic surfaces, and so on. It is a great base for, there's a popular word that you probably have heard about, a Danish word, hygge. There's no direct translation. My best interpretation of the word would be describes creating feelings, happy, cozy, warm feelings. So it's not the space that will create it. Of course, it's about the people and their interaction and about having these beautiful moments, whether you're cozying up in a comfy chair, reading a book, drinking a cup of tea, or you're spending time with friends and entertaining and so on. But it is a great base for creating that hygge lifestyle. This is just another example of a different style. It presents a more darker, moodier color palette. Here we're working with rich, voluminous materials like velvet and chenille, dark leathers, darker wood finishes, and so on. It kind of carries the big city vibe and trendy boutique hotels or restaurants. So you can, as I said, create your own style collage, the story that reflects your personal style. The next thing that we're going to look at is going to be the actual space that we have and the products, the furniture and the arrangement in the space. The furniture arrangement in one room can be done in many, many different ways. So just a very quick example of three different solutions in one pretty much square space. What is important to consider when you're arranging your furniture is number one, the circulation in the space, how you get around from one door to another or from one space to another. You really don't want to bump into furniture, so you want to have a clear path to be able to walk around. Then you look at the different functions that you need to address in the space. So, for example, it is watching TV, or it could be reading, or storage or display, and maybe there's a little bit of workspace required. So your goal is to group things in a logical way, have proper spacing around, have good space for each of the functions, enough space for the function as well. So just by simply moving a chair or a sofa or a bookshelf in your room, you may find out that it feels completely different. So that could be a good exercise to do if you want. You need a refreshment or refreshed look or more functional space. And this is an example of a large space where the furniture is placed in a very playful, dynamic way that supports a conversation entertainment area. There's plenty of space to walk around with ease. There's some storage and display as well. This is a well-balanced space by using some traditional approach towards furniture placement, symmetry. It is also a great conversational area. There's storage and display in the back of the room. And here is an example of the same room that we just saw. However, the furniture here is placed in, again, more asymmetric way. It creates a very different feel of the space. So, as I said, just by simply moving a few things around in a room, you can create a very, very different environment. Color has a big impact on how we experience interior spaces. What is the mood and the atmosphere in a room would depend on the color palette. It is also a very inexpensive way to change the look in a space, either by painting a wall, by adding an artwork, accent pillows, or accessories. Before choosing your color palette, it is important to understand some basic uh, color psychology so that you can make the right decision. I always say that we all go to the same design school, and that is nature, and that is where we learn about color and we associate colors with specific feelings and emotions. Yellows and ochre are warm and very uplifting colors. Uh, Yellow we associate with the sun, and the sun is a source of energy and warmth. So bringing warm touches in your space could be really, really nice idea. Um, of course, here in this example, you can see how you can match your interior to your personal style. Blue is the color of the sky and water and the ocean, and this color brought in interior can help create a very tranquil, very cooling effect on us. It is classy, it is yet contemporary. Uh, we see a lot of these pastel blue colors in fashion right now. So here again, bring your personal touch, your personal style in your home through art and accessories and even a piece of furniture. Green is a color of renewal, of balance, nature. Think about trees and green leaves and forest, and all of this has a very calming effect on us. Uh, Green in lighter and darker shades is quite popular in interior design, and of course, you can bring it through accessories in your home. You can also literally bring the outdoors in, and using plants in interior spaces has many, many benefits. Of course, the visual effect of it, but also the effect on us, on our well-being, of improving air quality in our homes. So a great, great way to refresh a home is bring a beautiful plant and use it, or many plants and use it throughout your home. And another example of bringing your personal touch at home, working with dusty rose, beautiful colored color of flowers, of blossom, color of hope. Um, Yet, yes, another example, just understanding the psychology of and the effect of colors can really help you steer your style direction and create the right environment in your home. Another very interesting subject to discuss is less is more, or how to create the feel of less is more in a space. And especially, I would say, if we're working with small spaces, you really don't want to overcrowd a small space with a lot of furniture, a lot of things on the walls, and so on. So I'm not saying that you have to become an extreme minimalist when you're working, especially with small spaces, but to me, it's a matter of having a good organization, grouping things well, finding a smart way to reduce the visual noise in a space. So again, it's a matter of working with simple tips and tricks to create the less is more effect. So storage helps conceal clutter and will ultimately help you create spaces that both look and also feel clean. So using furniture with storage function is the key to creating the less is more effect in many, many cases. And I think you probably will relate to this image here, and whether it's we're talking about shoes or clothes or um, collection of items or CDs or anything that has a value for us. I really, the best way to keep it organized is to provide the proper storage for it. And here are just few examples of how you can hide your storage away, whether it's a footstool with a storage function, or a bed with storage, or a bench, and of course all the traditional cabinets. So having the proper storage space will really, really help you to get organized and enable your lifestyle and make it much, much easier for you to function in your home. And this brings me to the next subject. I think the two are quite connected, they link well together. Live smart, not small. We all know the challenges of smaller spaces. There's always I believe a good solution by looking into uh, what furniture can help you support multiple functions in the space. What are some visual effects or illusions that you can apply into a smaller space? So you should not sacrifice comfort. It's all about being smart in the way you use the space. Multifunctional furniture are a perfect choice in a small space. For example, here we have a sofa, beautiful looking sofa, great comfort, great design that converts into a bed. It's perfect if you have guests or even for a longer term solution for sleeping. This could give you the living space and also can offer you the sleeping environment as well. When you're looking at coffee tables, a coffee table is not only just for serving coffee, it could be used as storage. It could also, with the example here, can provide you with a surface that lifts up and down. So if you're sitting in your sofa and you want to work on your iPad or computer, it can give you that perfect height, or if you want to have a snack while you're watching TV, this provides you with that extra height for that purpose. Um, Functional, extendable, or folding tables are also a very good way to have the smaller surface when it's needed for daily use, one or two people, or when you have guests, you can open it up and have enough for everyone, enough space for everyone on the dining table. We know that the square meters are limited in a small apartment. However, there's walls and there's a lot of things we can do on the walls that can help us make the most out of the space. Go vertical. It's one of the advices that interior designers would normally do. Either use wall mountable furniture, something that can utilize the height in the space. It can be for display, it can be a drop down office desk, it could be more space to organize things inside and conceal in storage. Floating shelves are amazing. They are they give that feel of air around them, and at the same time, they are quite functional. You can put your books on or decoration. When we speak of walls, we talked about colors earlier. There's some also basic tricks that interior designers do when it comes to what colors to bring into smaller spaces. Um, One, there's the general perception that lighter colors appear more spacious, so that could be a good way to do it. If you go too dark, of course, you can go dark. There's some details there that can help you create the right feel in the space. But overall, yeah, I think lighter gives a more air. When you're selecting furniture, go with slim design, smaller scale, more air around. This will help you get that airy feel in the space. A good tip to use is to bring in reflective surfaces in such spaces, working with mirrors on the walls to reflect more light, using mirrored uh, furniture objects, side tables or coffee tables or glass. That will definitely help you create a more airy feel in the space. And now let's take a look at the home office. Working from home has become the new normal, and finding the proper space at home, providing the right environment, will really help us to be more productive, more organized, and more focused on our work. Besides the desk itself, to me, the most important element is the chair. I always recommend to go for a comfortable upholstered chair. It doesn't have to be office. Of course, you can go for a very ergonomic solution there, but also a nice upholstered chair can provide you with the comfort that you need, especially if you're sitting there for long hours. And also, if you choose the upholstery, you can tie together your space. You can integrate your office within a living room or your bedroom or another room in your home and make it feel like it is part of your lifestyle and it's not an add-on office space. The next important thing to consider when organizing your space is the positioning of the desk. For many people, having a view out a window could be very, very inspiring, and this will also bring a lot of natural light for your work. So that could be great. For some people who prefer less visual distraction and more focused work, placing the desk against the wall could be the better option. So this is a very personal decision that you need to make. What will feel right for you? And I already mentioned light. If there's no natural light or sufficient source of lighting, the desk lamp is really, really important. And last but not least, choose smart furniture that will make it easier for you to organize your desk. High-tech, cable management. For example, this Cupertino desk has all the outlets that you need for plugging your iPhone or your laptop. It gives you the storage, hidden storage underneath that can help you be very organized and tuck things away when they're not needed. So make smart decision regarding your desk and the functions that it can provide for you. And now let's take a look at the final touches that we bring into interior space to help us make a statement and really express our individual personal style. Accessories are a great way to bring in color, different materials, textures, and patterns, and really make a statement in your home. The bigger things to consider is maybe start with the rug. The rugs not only help with the final visual expression, but they're quite functional. They bring additional comfort in the space. They can help you um, emphasize on zoning in your space and can create a very coherent connection between all the furniture in the space. And then there's the textiles bringing in accent pillows. This is a really fun way to make a statement in the home. You can start with something very colorful and something with a lot of pattern, and then combine that with some solid colors, with lighter, darker nuances. You can really, really have fun with the textiles. Of course, the lighting is essential for the functioning of the space. We need general lighting. Then we need to support the different areas and zones that we have created, reading or working, for task lighting. Here you can work with families or lamps that have similar design and carry a throughout, or you can mix and match. There's a lot of different things that you can do and add your personal touch through bringing lighting as well. And let's not forget the artwork and the wall decoration. Here you can go from something very simple to creating a whole big wall statement. There's a lot of different ways you can do that, and I think it's a great way to express your own creativity. You can work with photos. They can be family photos or photos from trips or very graphic photos. It can be paintings, it could be any other sort of wall decoration that you add onto everything else that's in the space, and you can really add your personal touch here as well. So as you can see, there's many little tweaks and things we can do in our home to bring new energy in, to make it more practical and spacious. And I hope that some of these subjects are relevant to you, and I hope that they have inspired you to take a fresh new look at your space and bring more of you and make it more extraordinary. For those of you who would like some guidance, you can always connect with our interior stylist online. You can chat with them, you can have a virtual styling session. We can also go into a full hands-on projects and uh, create drawings and inspiration collages for you and so on. So whatever stage your project is in, we can always you can always get some guidance from us. Thank you so much for joining us today, me and Beau Concept. It was a real honor for me. It was a great pleasure. I hope you found some inspiration and some great ideas that you can take with you today. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.